Yes and no. I think in some ways we are, because mobile usage is really partly about apps and partly about the mobile web. And PR agencies are definitely in the digital space when it comes to things like the internet and websites. Probably not as far advanced as we should be, and particularly in the app world, in this part of the world as well. We're not really where we need to be. It's a big focus for us actually for next year, is to get into the app development side of the business for the PR clients. I think for PR clients, it's around providing information to key influencers in as many ways as possible, to increase the reach of those kind of messages. So apps that provide utility for journalists, apps that provide utility for key opinion leaders and bloggers, definitely is a kind of a key area and a focus. And if you imagine the way in which a press centre kind of operates online so that a journalist can come on and log in, well, why wouldn't you have the equivalent of that on your mobile phone as well? There's other areas around events. Okay, and kind of increasing the engagement of the audience with events through mobile apps is another kind of clear area that we could look at. I don't think it's just the PR agencies. I think agencies in general are not great in the mobile space. A lot of the mobile app production is done by specialist third parties, particularly in this region. And all of the agencies are needed to scale up in that area. There's kind of two key strategies there. One, do you bring those kind of skills and resources in-house? Or secondly, do you continue to kind of outsource to these third-party vendors? It's my view that we need these kind of resources in-house because not only do they help us with mobile app production, but also other areas of digital production as well. Normally the skill sets will overlap into things like, say, production for the Microsoft Surface tables is a clear area of overlap, but also applications for social and the web as well. So no, but clearly plans to get into that space. Apps lend themselves to mobile because they easily integrate all the functions of the phone. So an app can access the camera, an app can access the internet, and so forth, the kind of the accelerometer and things like iPhones, etc. So that's really the advantage of apps, and that's why apps kind of really work better than the mobile web, because they're very tightly integrated into the thing that you're actually holding in your hand. So it's always going to be about applications running on these devices. I guess the question really is, what are those applications going to be used for? Largely speaking, they kind of fall into two key categories. One is they provide some degree of utility. So this is kind of what I was talking about in terms of apps that enhance the experience at an event, and then apps that provide kind of entertainment. And I guess that is also an area that we would look at, where we're going kind of direct to consumer in the PR world now via digital, where we can, on behalf of a brand, push content onto a mobile phone in an engaging way. And I guess that's the kind of the sort of non-traditional use of apps from a PR point of view.